All right, we're at Arches National Park, the final one of Utah. Finally got some good weather and got my little map here. We're gonna be hitting some switchbacks going up this road right here, and I think we're gonna get all the way to the top of this plateau and be able to drive around and check out some arches. So please, join me. What's going on, guys? Today we'll be checking out Arches National Park, the 5th and final national park of Utah, and then we're going to attempt Top of the World, one of the most iconic Moab off-road trails. Hope you enjoy the video. Alright, we're going to do our typical parking lot walk. You can see one arch over there. I think there was another one, but I can't see it from this angle. And we should be able to get a view of the double arch over here, which is pretty cool. But honestly, guys, the Corona arch that we did was better than everything I've seen so far. So I'm a little upset we can't do any trails, but it is what it is. Yeah, so that's definitely the double right there on the left, but we can't see through to the other one because we're not doing the trail. But there's a little guy right there, a little arch, mini arch if you will. I don't know if I should do this whole walk around the parking lot or if I should turn around, because I think this is actually kind of long. So yeah, I think that's the turret arch right there, but you have to look at it from this way. And that's the north window. Then we got the double bridge over there and the miniature bridge. So we'll probably keep a counter on the video and see how many arches we can see in one day. Little stop at the Garden of Eden. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Alright, so there's Delicate Arch way off in the distance. That's like the most iconic one. There's a 0.5 mile hike to a better viewpoint, and then the actual hike goes from like way over there, and I think you can get right up under it. But I don't feel like leaving Dracaris in the car for like 20 minutes because that's how long it'll take me to do the mile back and forth. Yeah, and the trail's pretty muddy anyway where there's no snow, so I think I'll just save it till I can actually get right up on it, come back without Dracaris and do the actual hike. And from here we can kind of see the fiery furnace. Very fitting name for the formation of rocks. Pretty cool though, for real. We only have one more spot to check out. The campground is so confusing because can't make a reservation for tonight, but then in a few days it says you know, check if they're available. So I don't know, I don't think I want to camp up here anyway. It's going to be a little bit colder than down in the valley. So oh wow, so this is a pretty crazy hike. You need a permit. Pretty wild. Another thing one day we'll come back and do. Skyline arch right over here. All right, I think that's gonna wrap it up for Arches National Park. Pretty cool to drive around, but you definitely want to be able to do the hikes. And I could leave Dracaris in the car and do a couple of these, but I feel bad. I also just checked out the campground here. People are there, so I don't know why I can't figure out the reservation situation, because I tried to get one for tonight, but maybe I'll look again when I get back down to service. And I think we might try to go to the spot that I should have been staying at this whole time. I found a nice like off the grid spot with service, but I went out there last time, it was super cold. It's so much colder up there, but it was nice today, so maybe it's not too cold, but it's also super muddy getting to that road, and I still need new tires, which I waited too long to call the place, and they need 2 days to get the tires, and I don't want to stay here for another 2 more days. I really got to get going and get home. So I think tomorrow we might attempt Top of the World with the tires we have, and if I don't see anyone doing it, I think I'm just gonna get out of Utah and call Utah completed for now. So yeah, let's get back to town. Let's get some cash back in case we have to wind up going to Goose Island again, and then maybe we'll venture out to the free campsite, but no promises. So
So that's it. The mighty 5 Utah National Parks have been checked off my bucket list. We visited Bryce Canyon, Zion, Capitol Reef, Canyonlands, and finally Arches, and every single one of them was covered in snow, with the exception of Zion, which only had a little bit of snow on the peaks. I'm not sure how rare it is to see these iconic places buried in snow, but from my understanding, this doesn't usually happen. Regardless, it was awesome to see the contrast of the white snow on the red rocks, and my time in Utah has been incredible, but visiting in the winter definitely has some downsides, as you've seen. Now it's time to head back to camp because tomorrow we'll be headed to Colorado. But there's one more thing I need to do here.
Alright, so today's the final day in Moab. I'm gonna go scope out the start to Top of the World trail. There's mixed reviews. I mean, I remember seeing videos and stuff, I'm pretty sure, of stock Rubicons doing it, and I think I'm good. I mean, I've done some pretty crazy stuff. We got Soldier's Pass under our belt. You know, we've done some serious rock crawling at Sand Hollow, so I don't understand how much crazier this could be. This is a 5 out of 10, and Bitter Springs was a 5 out of 10. So, but the rating system on X, I don't think is that accurate, according to my new overlanding friend Ben. So I don't trust it. But yeah, some people say you should have a modified Jeep, and some people say they got over it with stock. Some people say it was super easy. Some people say it was crazy, but I don't know. I think this will be a good challenge. It's 5 miles of easy road. I'm pretty sure like half of it is just you can fly down easy, and then there's like a 5-mile rock crawling section. So hopefully it only takes 2 hours to do. Probably hang out there for like a half hour. It's a really epic vista at the end. You get the most epic picture of your Jeep right on the edge of this cliff. It's like this outcropping. So yeah, it should be fun. I think I have to delete some GoPro footage before we go in here because I just realized that I'm full. So yeah, we'll see you guys at the trailhead. We're gonna see if any other people are doing it, and if not, we might just go for it solo. All right, we're finally getting started here with Top of the World. Just aired down to 15 PSI. We're gonna scope it out and see how muddy it is. I just saw a big trailer come down and truck was pulling it, so it can't be that bad. But I doubt they went to the Top of the World. Probably just this access road here. So yeah, I think it's like 5 miles down this easy dirt road and then we'll get there. Had a little bit of a delay when we got there. There was this dog running around, so I got out to see what was going on, if it was the people's that were chilling in the parking lot and it wasn't theirs, and then the dog jumped in my driver's seat. It's crazy. And then their owners pulled up, and then I talked to their owners for like probably a half hour about adventure and just trying to get as much knowledge as I can out of them. Ooh, a little muddy section there, right? So yeah, it's like 2 o'clock now. I hope this doesn't take us 2 hours, because if it takes us 2 hours, then we're gonna be getting out of here after dark, which is a little sus. Oh yeah, this is muddy and snowy. Yikes. We'll probably throw the GoPro on the hood in a second here so you can see how cool of a road this is, but yeah, let's do it. Top of the World Trail, Moab.
I mentioned in an earlier video that Moab was one of the most anticipated destinations on this journey. This was mainly because of all the off-roading here. You have iconic trails like Hell's Revenge, Poison Spider, Fins and Things, but the one I chose to try first was Top of the World. You've heard me talk about my tires a bunch, and the plan was always to upgrade to a new set of 35-inch tires once I got to Moab. I'll go further into detail on why this didn't pan out in a future video, but I cannot stress enough how little of tread I have left on my tires. They're essentially completely bald in some parts, which is not what you want for a trail like this, especially in the snow.
All right, I don't think I'm gonna do it. I just tried going up here and I was sliding all over the place. This road's super sketchy. I could fall, I could slide off the side of a cliff. I don't even think if I had new tires that I'd feel comfortable doing this. It just sucks because there's tire tracks, so you know people have done it recently, but I don't know how recently. So I think we're just gonna try to turn around here, unfortunately. And that'll give me enough time to get into Colorado while I can see what's going on, and maybe it's for the best. I guess we're gonna have to save top of the world for the next time we're in Moab. This is super upsetting, but at least I came out here and checked it out. I don't know, man. I don't want to die. We're going up from 4,000 feet to 7,000 feet in elevation. We've probably only gone up 1,000 so far, if that. So it's going to be uphill. There's going to be risks of sliding coming down. And without super, you know, chunky new tires, I don't know. I don't think it's meant to be. So let's get out of here.
So unfortunately, this excursion was a big fail. It's hard to tell in the video, but as I was driving up that incline, I lost traction and the Jeep slid sideways a little bit. After that, I got out, took a look at my bald tires, and realized that this was probably a pretty stupid idea. I knew there were harder challenges ahead, and I really didn't feel safe or confident enough to keep going. This was a huge bummer because, as I said, the whole point of coming to Moab was for the off-roading. I really wanted to push the limits of my stock Rubicon, but that's gonna have to wait until the next time when hopefully there's not ice covering the rocks. But that'll do it for this episode, you guys. After spending nearly a month in Utah living off the grid, it's finally time to move on to Colorado. Let me know what you thought about the video, and be sure to stay tuned to the end for a little sneak peek of the next episode.
All right, so we slept in the car last night in Colorado. I wonder if it's just this guy you can climb or if you can climb this. All right, so we made it to Great Sand Dunes right before the visitor center closed. Trying to run, stay warm.